Welcome back to the zombie world. Our 24-year-old boy Akira is having his dream come true in this zombie apocalypse, as he can do whatever he wants with no strings attached. Akira has made a bucket list of 100 things he wants to do before becoming a zombie. Together with his childhood friend Kensho and his mysterious crush Shizuka, they strive to fulfill all their life dreams. Akira has completed 15 out of 100 things on his bucket list, and now he and his friend are heading to his parents' village. On their way, they notice someone in a van attacked by a huge group of zombies. Akira suits up in his shark suit and plans to save the person trapped inside. By the time they get out of their vehicle and try to distract the zombies, someone comes out of the van wearing samurai gear and kills all of them one by one. Later, they find that the samurai is a young girl named Beatrix. She shares that she's a foreigner from Germany and came to Japan because she adores Nippon's culture. She requests Akira and his friends help to deliver the fish in the truck to Takasaki City. She aims to meet the last surviving sushi chef to have her fill of delicious sushi. Shizuka and Kensho are puzzled by her request, but Akira is on board with helping Beatrix fulfill her mission. They arrive at Takasaki but run into a group of zombies. Shizuka makes a plan to burn the zombies. Everything seems to go well until a new horde of zombies shows up and rushes toward their RV. Even though things look bleak, Akira refuses to give up. His unwavering determination inspires Beatrix to share a childhood memory involving sushi, motivating her to join Akira in fighting the approaching horde, promising not to waver again. Fortunately, Shizuka uses Beatrix's drone to lure the zombies to a new area. Kensho douses them in gasoline and throws a Molotov at them, resulting in all the zombies perishing. Thereafter, our heroes head for the sushi chef Taisho's restaurant and eat sushi with each other. Beatrix says it tastes bittersweet, but she's glad she got to try it. Taisho tears up and expresses gratitude for everyone enjoying his crafted food, as he worked hard to perfect his craft. He insists they can have some free steak with their meal. After fulfilling that bucket list item, Akira and his friends plan to tackle another one by visiting a hot spring. Beatrix goes off on a tangent about hot springs and its relation to love. Akira reflects on her words and believes life would be more fun if he spent it with someone he liked. Shizuka disagrees because she feels it'd be a waste of time. Akira and Kensho jump into the hot springs water and start swimming. Beatrix informs Shizuka that the women's area doesn't have hot water, so they'll have to bathe with Kensho and Akira. Shizuka refuses to bathe with them, but Beatrix doesn't mind. Unfortunately, a group of zombies rears their heads out of the water, causing our protagonists to flee the hot springs. They head toward a mountaintop to grieve. Akira stumbles upon a new hot springs location at night and starts bathing. During his swim, he accidentally bumps into Shizuka. Akira bathes on the opposite side of a boulder to avoid further complications with Shizuka. Shizuka apologizes for what she said earlier to Akira about his ideas for love. She explains how her father never approved of how she lived her life and it affected how she perceived others' desires. Shizuka says she's jealous of Akira's ability to say what comes to his mind and how he's not focused on needing to win someone's approval. She admits she's terrible at romance and is afraid to get hurt. Shizuka hopes if she falls in love it's with someone she can be open with. Suddenly, Kensho and Beatrix arrive and are disappointed in Shizuka and Akira for hiding this spot from them. However, they jump into the hot springs and ruin Shizuka and Akira's moment together. The following day, as they continue their journey, Kensho tells everyone that they are almost at Akira's hometown. He, Shizuka, and Beatrix can't wait to introduce themselves to his family. However, Akira wonders how his father will react to him being out of work when they reach there. Suddenly, Akira stops the RV after noticing a pile of cards blocking the tunnel that'll lead him and his allies to his hometown. Akira exits the RV to investigate and discovers there's a horde of zombies inside the tunnel. He confirms that none of the zombies in the tunnel look like the people from his hometown. Our heroes take an alternative route to the village. During their expedition, Shizuka tells Akira she believes the villagers are safe since they successfully sealed away the zombies in the tunnel. They encounter and save a man named Masaru from a zombie boar. Masaru explains his situation to them and leads them to the treehouse he's working on. Akira gets inspired and asks Shizuka, Kensho, and Beatrix to help him assist Masaru in completing his project. As they work on Masaru's treehouse, he shares his philosophy concerning trees and the voice forest with them. Akira ponders Masaru's beliefs while he's working. He relates the concept to how he perceives others, himself, and the world around him and questions if it'll make him more mindful. Furthermore, he questions how it'll affect what he writes on his bucket list. Masaru praises Akira for his hard work and shares that he once was working on a treehouse for his son. When Akira asks Masaru what his son's been up to, Masaru's tone changes. He tells Akira he had to murder his son because he turned into a zombie. Akira comforts Masaru and they continue working on the treehouse. With Shizuka and Beatrix's help, they finish the treehouse and have fun. After celebrating, Masaru tells them he'll reside here for the time being but to give him a call if they ever need help. Akira and his friends continue their journey to Akira's hometown. He shares insight about his homeland's history and locations with his friends. Eventually, they arrive and Akira points out his home to Beatrix, Shizuka, and Kensho. When they get closer to town, Akira notices no one's outside and everything looks disheveled, causing him to panic. He rushes home, only to find the townspeople partying hard. The townspeople inform Akira's parents that he's arrived. Akira thanks his father for everything he's done for him and apologizes for not doing much for them. His father hits him on the head and scolds him for spewing nonsense. His father informs Kensho, Beatrix, and Shizuka they have empty rooms they can use and suggests they get some rest. He tells his wife he'll be heading to the fields and suggests she take over from here. Akira's mother hands Akira and his friends some food and explains how everyone has been functioning in the village before and after the zombie outbreak occurred. As for the zombies in the tunnel, Akira's mother says people attempted to seek refuge in town. However, some were infected and ended up infecting everyone. Akira's mother said they had no choice but to seal the tunnel to prevent the infection from spreading. Fortunately, his mother said some people survived and are comfortably living amongst the villagers. Beatrix gets inspired and tells Akira he should add a historic home renovation-related item to his bucket list. Akira thinks it's a stellar idea but wants to focus on repaying his mother and father. Kensho, Shizuka, and Beatrix depart to explore the town, leaving Akira alone with his mother. He attempts to help his mother with things to fulfill his repayment goal. His mother thanks him for worrying about her but suggests he get some rest after his long journey here. His father returns home and asks him to help him with some farming duties. After failing to connect with his father, Akira leaves to wash his face. He ponders what he can do to make his mother and father happy. Meanwhile, Akira's father succumbs to pain as it's revealed he's extremely ill. Akira returns with green beans and follows his father back to their home. They cross paths with some people who came from the city, but Akira feels like he's seen their leader somewhere before. These people are heading to the tunnel and alarm the zombies. Then, we cut to a flashback of their mysterious leader, who finds a spare notebook and 3 individuals who have been bullied throughout their lives. Ecstatic that the world of bullies has fallen into a zombie apocalypse, and now having the opportunity for revenge, he gleefully begins jotting down his and their evil ideas. In the present, the gentleman closes his notebook, which shares a similar title to Akira's bucket list, as he and his companions prepare to do something reckless. Meanwhile, Akira spends some time with other survivors who made it to the village and convinces one of them to give him dreadlocks, ticking off another item from his bucket list. With his new style, he tackles the day, working on the farm with his old man. The others are doing well too. Shizuka offers medical advice to an old man who cut himself with a scythe, quickly becoming the go-to person for health concerns as they believe she's a doctor. Kensho finds a little girl and her dog from the cities, the sole survivor of her family, and manages to bring a smile to her face, even making a quirky promise to slurp noodles through his butt. Beatrix is busy exploring the sights, fascinated by the water wheels powering the electric fences that keep the village safe. It's a promising start to the day. As the day comes to an end, Kensho reunites with Akira, and the two discuss their village experiences so far. Kensho spots someone whom they used to know from university, Higurashi, and calls out to him. Higurashi notices Akira next to Kensho but leaves, seemingly not recognizing them. Or perhaps he did and ran away anyway. Kensho reminds Akira that Higurashi was a student who attended the same general education classes as them but dropped out of university due to not attending. Higurashi wanders the village, feeling frustrated that Akira and Kensho are present. However, his mood shifts as he remembers his malicious plans for the village. Once night falls, he intends to open the blockade and release the zombies into the village, all to make Akira as miserable as he is. At night, Akira and his father drink. Akira notices his father looks off. He tells his father he wouldn't mind staying in the village to assist him and his wife with things. Akira's father argues Akira should follow his dreams and leave this village. Akira tells his father he wants to repay his debt to them. His father goes on a tangent about his old desire to become an astronaut. Ultimately, his father tells him not to sell himself short and to find and achieve the biggest dream possible. Meanwhile, Higurashi's gang enacts their plan and frees the zombies behind the barrier. Later, everyone notices someone freed the zombies. Akira's father tells Akira to reunite with his friends and promises him he'll take care of his mother. Higurashi and his cronies complete several bucket list items while leading the zombie pack toward the village. Simultaneously, the villagers protect Akira and his friends by combating the zombies. Akira reunites with Beatrix, Kensho, and Shizuka, and they learn someone tampered with the electric circuit breaker. Then, Higurashi and his pals greet our protagonists, and reveal they're the ones responsible for this travesty. Higurashi argues that they will all become zombies eventually, so he and his buddies don't mind causing trouble until that time comes. Additionally, Higurashi says he's always hated how Akira enjoyed life during their college days. Akira says it's okay to enjoy life the way you want to and to desire freedom. However, he says it's important to respect others' freedom and doesn't like how Higurashi and his buddies are trying to steal that away from the villagers. Akira jots down a new item and states he wants to repay his parents for their love and support. Higurashi laughs and challenges Akira to see who'll complete their bucket list first. Shizuka tells Akira they should focus on evacuating the villagers. Beatrix plans to shut down the electrical fence's generator while Akira says he'll focus on giving back to his parents. Although she finds Akira's task strange, Shizuka tells everyone to reunite at the suspension bridge once Beatrix shuts off the electric fence. Kensho notices Anju rushing toward the village and chases after her. Meanwhile, Kanbayashi, a member of Higurashi's group, notices Beatrix and plans to stop her. Higurashi informs his gang members that they can do as they please and vows to turn everyone in the village into zombies so he can end his summer break on a high note. Kensho catches up with Anju, and they manage to hide in a barn from the zombies. However, feeling unsafe, they are forced to climb to the rooftop. Soon after, a ladder appears, and one of Higurashi's gang, Kurasugi, climbs up with them. He is determined to push them off the roof and let the zombies finish them. He harbors anger towards the world, believing his wife abandoned him, resenting him for his perceived failures. Kensho, however, thinks it's Kurasugi who is to blame for not treating his wife properly, infuriating Kurasugi even more. In an attempt to push Kensho off, Kurasugi finds himself falling too. When they hit the ground, Kensho swiftly strips and dives headfirst into the slurry pit as zombies quickly surround Kurasugi. Meanwhile, Shizuka discovers the elderly villagers hiding in a house. She tries to convince them to run with her, but they insist she goes without them, thinking they would only hold her back due to their age. Unwilling to accept that, Shizuka leads the zombies into a cornfield. Unfortunately, this draws the attention of Eitenbu, another member of Higurashi's gang. He believes the world has been unfair, luck never on his side, and is determined to change it with Shizuku, whether she agrees or not. Back in the house, Old Man Hikomen, in a moment of clarity amidst his dementia, scolds the others for letting Shizuku bear the burden and for giving up. Despite their age, he insists that the land has made them tough. Inspired, they rally around him and rush to save Shizuku. Beatrix hurries to the water wheels but can't figure out how to stop them. Kanbayashi intervenes, ramming her off her horse and brandishing a power saw. Despite Beatrix's skill, her swords prove no match for such a formidable opponent. Kanbayashi, angered by Beatrix's belief that their actions are wrong, reflects on the frustration of not being acknowledged, similar to her experiences in the office when no one recognizes her correctness. In a decisive move, Beatrix grabs one of the water wheels, climbs on top, and attracts the zombies, causing enough weight to pull the wheel off. Walking on the wheel, she crashes through the zombies, rolling over Kanbayashi in the process. Akira is busy defending his parents' house, where they and other survivors are hiding. Determined to repay his parents for everything they've done for him, Akira finds himself dragged inside by his father when the door opens. His father insists that if Akira truly wants to repay them, he shouldn't make them watch him die. Taking up the fight with the zombies, his father's condition makes it challenging. Eventually, Higurashi arrives and pulls him into the bucket of the digger, demanding that Akira allows himself to be bitten by a zombie or he will throw his father to them. A flashback unfolds, revealing Higurashi's once fruitful childhood and the events that led him to become the broken individual he is today. One day, he observes Akira engaged in discussions with his friends. Higurashi believes that Akira should have been as visionless, empty, and ambitionless as he is. However, that's not the case. Akira, in contrast, appears carefree, someone who can navigate through life without worry. In the present, Higurashi teases Akira to come outside. Akira's father tells him to remain inside. His father doesn't want him or Akira's mother to perish before his eyes. Additionally, he tells Akira he doesn't have much time left. Akira's mother reveals Akira's father has a bad growth on his body. Since there's no doctors or medicine around, she doesn't know a way they can cure it. Akira says they can find a cure and worries he won't have a chance to show him gratitude. Akira's father tells Akira lists ways he can give back to his parents, even after they've passed on. Akira opens the door, letting the zombies inside. Akira screams and exits the shelter in a zombie-like state. Thinking he's won the battle, Higurashi laughs. Akira approaches his father and Higurashi. He grabs a hold of Higurashi and slams him to the ground. Higurashi realizes Akira faked his zombie transformation and wonders how he pulled it off. We receive a scene featuring just that. Akira had the female makeup artist apply ink to his face to make him look like a zombie. Then, he opened the door and screamed. Once the zombies entered, the female makeup artist and others defeated the zombies with weapons. Higurashi is enraged by Akira's genius plan. Akira asks Higurashi about his plans, and Higurashi says he wants to have a chance to do things he's always wanted and have fun with it. Akira says Higurashi didn't look like he was having fun, but Higurashi believes he was having a blast. While lost in thought, a zombie bites Higurashi on the leg, and he realizes his time on Earth will be coming to a close soon. Akira asks Higurashi what he wants to write down on his real bucket list. Higurashi says he simply wanted to have a fun time at the public pool with his friends again. It's revealed via flashback that Akira approached Higurashi during their college days and asked him if he wanted to grab food with him and others. Instead of accepting Akira's offer, Higurashi runs away. Akira says he should have told him sooner. He promises Higurashi he'll attend a public pool outing with him if he ever becomes a zombie. Higurashi pushes Akira aside and rushes toward the zombie horde. He reaches a river and hops inside it. Meanwhile, Kensho and Shizuka reunite with Akira and his group by the electrical fence. Beatrix follows close behind and destroys the fence with the village water wheel. They reach the suspension bridge but realize it's broken. Suddenly, Mr. Kumano arrives with a spare bridge and hands it to Akira. Akira and Kensho toss the bridge on the other side and urge everyone to travel across it. Once everyone reaches the other side, they use the bridge to swing to their side. Shizuka and Beatrix check on them and relish knowing Kensho and Akira are alright. The villagers eventually succeed in trapping the zombies in the tunnel and start rebuilding. At night, Akira sits by his father's bedside. His father is slowly suffering from his body growth problem. Akira's mother says he's been sleeping well. When Akira's mother brings up his father's daily concerns for him, Akira cries. Akira asks his mother what his father's truly suffering from, and she tells him he has hemorrhoids. He's perplexed yet glad it's not something too horrible. Akira says his new goals are to find a cure for the zombie infection and to convince his father to attend a hospital for his hemorrhoid issue. Akira adds his goals to the bucket list and asks the others if they want to add anything. After saying goodbye to Akira's family and the villagers, Akira and his friends head off to their RV to save the world. After a brief highlight reel showing Akira and his friends at different locations, the season closes with our heroes setting their sights on Hokkaido. Thank you, anime lovers. This was from today's video. Stay in the loop to find out what unfolds next. Hit subscribe and give a thumbs up to stay connected.